Bob, you talked about needing players to step up and score beside Jawan. Talk about Aaron Harris and what he did in the second half and overtime.
Aaron was terrific. We were going to run something else when we were down by 3, and Larry wanted to run what we ran, and he really, we didn't get him as open as we wanted to get him, but we got Spangler on him, and so he got him to drop his hands and made a hard shot. Made a hard shot. So, I told him, I'm 60, man. They got to stop doing this. When we're up, we got to make free throws and not throw it around. I could do this a little better when I was younger. Justin, I know you agree.
Yes, sir.
Bob, I know all wins are good, but how badly do you think this team needed to beat a top 25 team?
I think that's all bull, to be honest with you. I mean, the schedule that we play year in and year out, what do you want me to do? You want me to play 10 people can't play, so we got a big record? I came here, everybody said we would like to see good games, and so we're trying to do that. And so, you got a young team, you're not going to win as many early. Honestly, that's what I think. I think it's bull. But
so you're saying you don't put any more value over beating a top 25 team than anybody else?
The people in our league, that honestly doesn't matter. RPI matters. And when they sit down and start looking at who's in and who's out, it's all about RPI. It's all about who you beat, RPI-wise. So, no, I don't think that's that big a deal. Baylor was 7th. Should we run around and say, God, it's great we beat 7th-ranked team in the country? Because they were 7th. No, not really. It's about people's RPIs. And that's why we play who we play early on, so that we do have a good RPI. The flip side of it is you got to win. You got to win enough of them.
Coach, it seems like Aaron, for the last month, has been talking about little things. I'm just wondering if that is something he talks about in practice as well, too.
What?
Little things, just key plays that make up.
I hope he talks to himself all night about not jumping up and not shooting it, because I don't know how he got in that habit, but we need him to shoot the ball. We don't need him to try to make a pass to somebody who's not looking. So, Justin, they're good guys, man. They want to win. They're all that way. They all talk about it. They all talk about how we got to do a better job in this and that, and we've lost games because we, simple things. We chased high over a screen, and so we lose to Gonzaga. But we're getting better. You're talking about a whole bunch of guys that don't have a whole lot of experience, and so the more experience you have, the more that you do experience, the easier it is to make adjustments because you have a frame of reference, and you can use that frame of reference. When you don't have a frame of reference, it's hard. In high school, Devin Williams and Browne Watkins, they stood in front of the rim, and that's good coaching. They can't do that now, and we as hard as we work at, sometimes they revert back to what they've done their whole lives, and it's going to take time and repetition for them to be able to do what we're asking them to do.
He plays in Staten, coming back, grabbing the loose ball. They got popped away from Gary on the inbounds.
Yeah, Gary's the king of turnover, returnover. I think Nate probably did the right thing. I tried to just get us a layup, and get a 5-point lead. And I think Wani was open, and Nate just didn't want to chance it, which is fine, which is fine. But I kind of want to do that, and he's the only guy that I know can outrun people for sure. So that's why we sent him. Otherwise, I'd had him come and get the ball.
Devin grabbing that steal, going down, getting that loose ball.
That's a heads-up play. That's a heads-up play. Nate got a huge rebound. Nate got a huge rebound when they're banging it around. They're getting better. They're all getting better. It's frustrating. It's frustrating sometimes when they can't understand what you're trying to tell them to do, but they are getting better.
Can you assess Brandon's progress defensively? I know there's missed assignments, things that are frustrating, but it seems like his timing, his ability to block shots, play on the line.
Well, from the day they walked in till now, Brandon has far and away made the most progress of anybody on our basketball team. Far and away. I mean, it's not even close. I mean, I think if we were honest, you know, when he first got here, we're like, man, I don't know if this guy can make it. And he's worked, and he's a bright kid, so he picks up things pretty good, and he's a colt, you know. He's so weak, he gets knocked around. You know, Spangler's a man, you know, so you get knocked around a little bit and you know, 2 years from now he'll be knocking people around. But he has made a tremendous amount of progress, more than anybody on our team.
Bob, the scoring drought toward the end of regulation, was that a combination of young team, or did Oklahoma do anything defensively differently?
No. We didn't. We honestly didn't want to shoot it as quick as we did, but how do you tell Aaron Harris don't shoot it when you're open? And he missed one. And then Jawan Staten misses a layup. You know, how do you tell him don't drive it to the basket? And then Terry Henderson had a great look in the corner. It didn't go in. And then we got a penetrating pitch to Aaron in the corner, and he's wide open. So I don't think we took bad shots. You know, we took them a little quicker than what probably I would have liked, but I'm not so sure Aaron would have got as good a look later in the clock. I'm not so sure Wani could have got it to the basket later in the clock. You know, I don't want to tell them guys don't play. Not with that much time left in the game. I mean, it's unfortunate we didn't make any of them, but.
Anything else?
Thanks.